good afternoon for all the world. We are here at our YouTube channel, Jogos do Mundo, to present you the final of the KINGDOMINO WORLD CHAMPIONSHip that is made by Blue Orange, that is the editor of this game worldwide. And we are here to present you the games that we are going to be played by some of the best players of KINGDOMINO around the world. So, the tournament is almost starting. We are just to give you some information before to watch the games. We are going to have 3 games that these players are going to play. But first we are going to give you some information in a way that you better understand what will happen. So, let's just show you about the tournament, about what will happen here. About over here, just let us to see if it's okay in this area. Okay, exactly. So the first idea that it's important for you to understand it's how it works. So we are going to have in this final is the second edition of the World Championship of KINGDOMINO. The first one it was made before the pandemics in 2020, and in this case we are going to have 12 countries, 13. Let's see if the last player here from Czech Republic will be present here, but we are going to have 12 players. You have here the information about the name of the players and also their nickname, because we are going to use the platform of Board Game Arena to play this tournament. So also you have some information interesting about we can say the results that usually these players has. We are not really sure about some of them because probably some of these players use another game account on Board Game Arena, and probably they have much more expertise that they really present here. But of course we can see here some players that seems to be really strong in this great game of BRUNO CATHALA. So we have, for example, the player from Taiwan, Min Wen Chan, hotly, very new about also other games, for example, Carcassonne. And so he has a lot of expertise in this game, more than the 4,000 games. 73% of percentage of victory, and also a big hero. Another player also with a lot of expertise is the player from Czech Republic, Martin, and also from Russia, Katerina. But of course we see here some players with very few games, so we are not really sure about how much games they really have played until now. So probably expertise will be different from each player. Also important that you can see, it's also the prizes that the players that made part of this final will win. So they will win. All players already win a 1-year BGA subscription of the platform. Also the winner will win, of course, the trophy, some games from Blue Orange, also some goodies, an exclusive poster from the illustrator of the game, and also very important 2 Essen passes for the convention that happens in next October. So the possibility to go to Essen in Germany and also see the big convention about board games. So very good prizes. So let's see what happens during this tournament. So we're going to look. So we have here the information about the players and the nickname. We are going to try to understand what it happened now. And of course we are going to try to visualize also the game of our player from Portugal, Ricardo Araújo, one of the best board game players around the world in different games. And so let's see what will happen here. So we have already in this, as you can see over here. So in this moment we have 3 games that are going to be played, and so we are going to look at it. Especially to try to understand which countries are playing in this moment. So how it will happen during this game. So we will have the players are going to play 3 games, and the player with most points at the end will be the winner and the world champion. So in this game, in this first game here, we are going to have the player from Hungary, from Taiwan, from Italy, and from Belgium in the first table. In the second table we have the player from, let's see over here, Grammar, what it is, so from Canada, over here, so Canada, we have also from Russia, from Chile, and from Emirates, and finally we're going to see this table from India, from France, from Portugal, and from United States. So let's see at this table. So how it is, what is happening over here. We're going to reduce a little bit the screen in a way to share. So very important in this edition of the World Championship is that it is important also that players try to have this kingdom in the middle, and also that they are going to use all the pieces. So very important for all the players to try to look what is happening in this moment. So in this case we are going to have here all the players. They have 7 minutes more or less to play, 7 minutes and a half if we are not if I'm going to say right. So let's see over here. So we have the colors. So India, United States, France, and Portugal. So France, it's really they made a very we have been present in France in different occasions. So they've made a very qualifiers competitive in France. So let's see if Olivier also. You can see in the halo over here. It seems to be also a player with a big halo. So let's see if that will happen also. And our Portuguese Ricardo is playing with the orange color, so it's over there. Okay. Now it's time. You already know probably the rules of this incredible game. So we have some dominoes to put. The first player in the line will choose the next domino to play, and of course at the end is multiplying the kingdoms with the terrains with the kingdoms. Let's see what happens now. Now it's time for Ricardo to choose. Very interesting. Of course, they are going to make a kingdom of 5 plus 5 also. Of course, in this moment you can see the points the players have until now. Okay, it's quick because we are going to speak about the great players that can play in a very quick way. So it will be interesting to see. Now it's Olivier. Olivier, it's the green one. So he doesn't have the lake. Let's see where he's going to put it. Probably are going to put more in left. Let's see. Then we'll have the play from United States. Let's see how it happens. Of course, he needs to put in that side. For the persons that probably doesn't know the middle kingdom that you see over there, we can put over there any kind of terrain. So usually the players try to leave at least one empty space for any piece that could appear here. So next player now is the from United States. So it's still in the beginning, so there is so much things to show, but very important. If you see around at the moment the kingdoms, we see that some pieces from the mines have already with some crowns, so they have really appeared now. But we still have probably a lot of there is still a lot of pieces to appear, especially from the lake, for example, from the forest. So let's see if the players will still leave empty space for that, and also for the yellow one also. We just have one crown over there, so the yellow one would be also important. Probably the players are leaving some space for that. Let's see. So now it's Ricardo. Ricardo that have won in Portugal one of the qualifiers, and then also the final. The final have been happened also in the last in the beginning of the month, in also digitally. So just one game, and Ricardo have really present all these capacities in these games and also in other games. So let's see the next dominoes. Attention that there is a domino with the mines with 3 crowns. Let's see. Till the moment the Indian player is going in first place. So over here okay, now it's time of Ricardo. you prefer to put it over there. Of course, you can win and can choose better next time. Now it's the French player. The French player is already. It will be good for a leg, but now he needs to choose in each direction he's going to put this domino. It's important because we need to make a kingdom with very few spaces, so that they need really to think very well in which position put the domino. Very important. Let's see. Okay. Also very important for the players, it's put a piece in a way that don't lose the space for the so in a way that all the 5 plus 5 could be positioned, the dominoes. So very important. Next one, attention, just crowns in the yellow field, in the forest, and also in the lakes. So the lakes, it's important also. Now it's time for Ricardo to choose, and it's important. Sometimes they need to choose a piece. Probably not, could be not so much interesting for the player, but it's important that other player doesn't take it. So making accounts of the possible points, it's very important for players to do it. So very quick game, and that's great, because it means that we can also have a final. We have 3 games, and that could be very solved quickly. So now, attention, is Ricardo first, and again a lot of crowns in this moment. Very important. We have the player from India have more points until now, but let's see what will happen. He's leaving still empty space for forest. Probably it's a good idea. So let's see. Probably he's not going to win. Very important is move attention, because of this piece now for the French player. Where to put it? Of course, he's going to put probably in the top, because of the over here. You can see probably. Let's see if it's more. No, it chose this way. Okay, yeah, it was also possible that way. It's true, also. And in this case, he could leave still an empty space for the next piece. Now it's the Indian player. He's in the first place now, because of also the mines. But let's see what he's doing now. Okay, now he will be the French player will be the first one. A lot of blues. Very important now to choose what he's going to choose now. What will be most important. Let's see. Probably it will be this third piece. Let's see. Let's see what will happen now. Exactly. So it makes more sense. Also now it's time of Ricardo to do. He has a lot of yellows, so the yellow it will be very important. But he doesn't have any forests. We remember that very interesting in the final of the qualifiers. We have been present there. So Ricardo have won a maximum of 80 points, if we are not mistaken. And a lot of I think all the forests go to Ricardo in that game. Very interesting game. Let's see now what happens. He needs to choose. So the players still have time to play, of course, to think what to do. Very interesting. So in the hope that let's see if Ricardo could have a great result. Very important also, you can see also the halo. So for example, in this case, Ricardo and also some players are really playing with the first Nick BGA first account. So this is the second account that they can use it. So the Ricardo choose that piece, the first one. Now it will be the American player. The blue, you can see over here. Interesting. Also, it has a lot of yellow terrain. Choose that one. So we are just missing just 4 pieces. So we are almost finishing this first game. It seems at the moment that the player from India it's more in the top position. Ricardo is really thinking what to do. He can have some very important over here, because he doesn't have this piece is not perfect. Probably this one will be best, but if we choose this one, it will be the last one to choose for some of the last pieces. So very delicate moment now for in a way to choose the best. So for the people that are arriving, so we are here to making a streaming of the final of the KINGDOMINO WORLD CHAMPIONSHip. For the first time, Laurent made the decision to make it in online using the BGA platform. So we have players from 12 countries that are here to compete for the final. Now it's time for Ricardo. He's counting what to do, what is best. If you see these pieces in next, they are not really. It doesn't seem so much interesting for the next for now the next round. Probably this one it could be more interesting, but choosing this probably is not so good for the last pieces. So it's important also to have a knowledge about the pieces that are going to choose. So for example, Ricardo decided to choose that one. Now it will be the Indian player. So he choose the first one. Very interesting. He can win at least 6 points plus. He's in the top at the moment. So it seems for the moment for the Indian player that probably the choice of the mines will give him more points. Let's see if that happens now. Now we have the French player. What to do? Okay, very interesting also. So you can unite these two. But attention, he has also another blue space. Now it's the United States. Okay, just 3 more pieces. We are finishing the game. Very quick game. Now to be the Indian player. This moment usually the players need more time to spend in a way to look, analyze the pieces and decide which is the best solution of it. Of course, this is one of the games that is very important to have a big knowledge about how many pieces there is over there, how many pieces with also crowns. For that it's very important. So now it's the Indian player. Probably he's going to play in the bottom, but after that, what give him most points? Probably we are not sure, but probably it's better to choose this one over here. Let's see. For example, this piece could be great for Ricardo. For example, let's see what happens. Also over here in the bottom. Very interesting. Also for at least 6 points for at least 6 points for the American player over here. If of course he can choose the forest over there. Okay, he decides to go to the forest. Now it's Ricardo time. We are almost sure that he's going to choose the crown piece, I think. Let's see if it's true or not. Let's see. Of course, that makes all sense. Now it will be the American player. Of course, he can have 6 points, but he's probably going to choose the last piece over here. Probably. It's very playing also this game in not just against one player, but in a table with 4. It's much more difficult in a way that the players don't have much control of all decisions. So there is a piece of luck also that they need to have in a way to make the best choices and hope that the opponent doesn't make it. So it's not so easy to do it. Okay, so last 2 pieces, and we don't have any more pieces. Okay, so the player Yes, he already played. No, sorry, we still have two pieces. Another one. So Ricardo has already said that it's a great game. Let's see what that means. Also. So at this moment we have the Indian player and the French player a little bit in the top, but now it's time for the player from United States to play. But this is just the first game, so very important. It's just the first game. So less pieces to be put. Of course. Okay, so let's count also the game and also the points. So the Indian player have 72. The player from United States 41. Now the French player 80. And finally our Ricardo player, our Portuguese player, has 68. Very interesting the points. So for this first game, so the French player have won. So congrats for the for this first game. Just let's see over here the kingdoms. What was most interesting for the players to win. In this case, we'll have the French player that wins most points here with we can see with the lakes. For 44 points it was win with the lakes. Interesting also. The player from India also made a bet in the mines, giving also 36, but he didn't finish it. So that's probably will be one of the problems, that it wasn't possible for him to win more points. Very interesting here also. So let's see what happens now for the next game. So in this first game we have the winner of the game, it was the French player. In the second game that you can see over here, so we have the four players. So we have the player from Canada have won, then the player from Russia, the player from Emirates, and finally the player from Chile. So these were the results of this first game. And finally we are still going to play the first game. Let's see what happens in this game, this game from the tournament. So let's see. Okay, if he's already finished or not. We are going to reduce a little bit. Okay, it's okay now. So still a lot of players to playing it. And here we have one of the probably most important candidates for the tournament. So the player from Taiwan. And they are going just to finish it, and then we are going to start the second game. Probably our player Ricardo is going to play in the second table. And finally the last piece. So let's see, will be the winner of these points. Probably the Italian player, but we are not sure about it. Let's see, 73 for the Italian one. Then we have for the Belgian player 50 points. Finally for Hungary 61, and for the player from Taiwan 64. So the winner for this first table, it was the Italian player. So congrats for Italy in this first game, and we can already define and understand what will happen during the next table. So it's already prepared over here. So we'll have in the first table we have these players over here. So Italy, from Belgium, from Canada, from France. Then we have the second table from Chile, from India, Taiwan, and Russia, and also the last the last table. I'm going to watch it to see also our our player, to see what is the result from Hungary, from Portugal, from Emirates, and from America, the United States. So let's see also this game and see what will happen. So we are going to just to present you again some informations about the players. Of course, you can also check other informations by yourself. Also the prizes for the players. So just to understand, the winner will win, of course, the trophy for the big prize. Also goodies, and especially the possibility to go to Essen in next October for the Essen Spiel, with two tickets for the event. So it's a very interesting prize. And also all players, these players that have here in the final, has the possibility to have 1 year subscription of BGA. So let's see what will happen over here. So the next game, let's see if it's already. We are not sure if the players are already playing it. Let's just check it. Here is not. Just over here. We are just looking it. Okay, so the game is already here. Let's see how the game will happen. Of course. So probably in this game, also in others, could be important for players to try to have at least two pieces of land that could count something. So making a bet in especially two kinds of lands. For now, it's important for the next games to win points. For example, these players really need to win. Very important. So we have the Portuguese player. It will be play with the pink one. We have the Hungary with the green over there. Then we have the Emirates, and finally we have the United States over here. Okay. So the player made the first choice. Also, it's interesting to see usually how the players are going to put the dominoes. Usually they can, especially the first dominoes, what is the way that they are going to create their kingdom. It's very interesting to see the different strategies used by players for that. Some of them try to make first a cross, and over that, starting with that, trying to put the pieces. Others made it differently. So very interesting. For example, what happened in this moment, we have a lot of forest, empty forest. So it will be important for players that will choose the forest that also in the next rounds to be attention where the forest pieces could appear in a way to try to choose the crowns pieces in forest. So now it's the Hungarian player. Is here the green one. So what is best? Okay. Usually no one likes to be the last one to choose, of course, but usually the first one to choose probably doesn't choose so interesting piece. So is this stress between the most valuable piece and the first or last one to choose? For example, now imagine that we just now see the next pieces, and just now the players could know, okay, what is best for me. Now it's the Emirates player. Orange over here is probably going to choose the first one. Let's see if it happens or not. We say that because the next pieces are always closer, so they are close, they have the same value, and could be more interesting for next player. For example, now it makes the same. Could be more interesting for next player to choose late another piece. So now it's the Hungarian player. Now it's American one. Let's see what happens. So for the people who are watching, we are seeing here the final of the World KINGDOMINO WORLD CHAMPIONSHip. So second edition after the first edition in 2020, where the Poland player won. So let's see which will be the next one, World Championship of KINGDOMINO. This is the official competition from Blue Orange, the editor of the game, the French editor. Now it's time for the Ricardo. What to do? Very interesting pieces over there. We have the the crown in the cornfield. We have also the crown in the forest field. So what to do? Probably the second piece will not be chosen by anyone, or at least just the last player, of course. The American one. Of course, that makes sense. Sometimes the time to think, it's not just the time to think what is the next piece to choose, but also what is the best position for my piece, my actual piece to put in my kingdom. So now it's the Hungarian player. Okay, of course, makes sense. And now the American one. So he has the one mine. Okay. So next one, very strong, needs to be very thick, because we have two pieces from lake that has just one crown, but we have another two pieces with two crowns. For example, could be very interesting for the American player, if you can see over here. But if he made that, probably he's going to have no more possibility to grow. Okay, so the Emirates decides to maintain the first choice. Now it's the American one. So let's see exactly what will happen now. Okay, so decide differently, because it's important, especially you could see here over here that if you choose this piece over here, this one, and put it in this position, he couldn't have more open space for the next round. So very important, this decision, in a way to have the freedom of that kingdom. Don't forget that having the kingdom in the middle gives to the players more points at the end also, because I'm going to use these additional rules over here. So now it's the play from Emirates. Okay, so I have already choose. So now it's Ricardo. Interesting. It seems to us that Ricardo has a very interesting kingdom. Very interesting. Let's see what he chooses to do. Probably the first one. Let's see. Probably. Very important, the knowledge of the pieces. Attention also that we have the Ricardo, for example, he have also one bronze medal in the KINGDOMINO and Mind Sports Olympiad tournament that happened last year. So he has also some expertise in this game. Of course, he's national champion. Unfortunately, we don't have so much information about how have happened the qualifiers for other countries. So we hope that in different moments we could have more information about it. But in this transmission we have already shown you some information about the players, especially their expertise in the game also. In this case you can see the halo from the Hungarian one. For example, just to look at it, the player from Hungary, he has, for example, a lot percentage of victory, but he does not have so much games played if we compare with other players. So we don't know exactly if this is the first account of the player, or if he has other accounts. That's possible also. So now the Hungarian one, what to do, where to put this piece. He needs to use one of the parts of the land. If you see here the the kingdom from the player. He has this kingdom over here. It means that he needs to put probably these pieces in this space. So he needs to try to see what is the best position for the piece. If of course he wants to have this kingdom in the middle. So he's going to think, of course. And if we see a lot of valuable terrain. So we have the lake, we have also the corn, we have the forest. We imagine that he's going to put in one of these extremities of the terrain. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, yeah, so he decided to put in that side in a way to have freedom for the other spaces, of course. Now it's Ricardo again. Very good piece. Next one, interesting. A very important decision. For example, what to do next round. Choose a piece without crowns, but probably having the possibility in another round to choose another space, or trying to have already, for example, this piece over here that has two crowns, or this one. For example, this piece could be very interesting for this player. You can see over here, probably for the American one, probably. We don't know. Okay, so Ricardo, for example, decides to go over there. In a way, Ricardo, of course, he decided to put the piece because he wants to have freedom to have more choice for next round. But very important, very well played for Ricardo in a way to the cornfields. Now it's the Emirates player. Emirates, it's the player that is over here. He's making a big forest, so he decided to choose over there. Big forest. And there is still a lot of, some of the forest crowds. So let's see if he has the possibility to have it. It's very, very interesting. All the kingdoms are made. All the kingdoms, if you look at it, all the kingdoms are different in the disposition of the pieces. Now it's the Hungarian player. A very important decision. Okay, say to put over there. Of course, now to the player from the United States. It's important to have these two, of course. And next round, not so much interesting. Not really so much interesting. For sure, but now, sorry, now it's the Ricardo first one to choose. Not so much interesting. Let's see what Ricardo will do for this round. Okay, he decides to the first one because especially it's not a round with so big valuable pieces, so he decided to put over there. And we are in the second game of the KINGDOMINO WORLD CHAMPIONSHip. Now we are going to watch a second game, but the last game we are going to watch the game that where probably we'll have the winner of this competition. Let's see how many points they have and what could be the best the players that are in best position to be the World Championship of KINGDOMINO. Now it's player from Emirates. It's the yellow one. It's a player that have made a big bet in forests. So for him, probably it's important to have a possibility to choose some pieces of wood, of course. Now the Hungarian player, a big hero of KINGDOMINO. Okay, we are advancing for the final decisions. Okay, very interesting. Probably Ricardo, but let's see what happens. But we imagine that Ricardo is going to choose the last piece. Probably, we are not sure, but because the last piece, it has a piece with a crown in the cornfield. He has already 3 crowns. With 4 crowns, that could be very, very important, I think. But let's see what is the decision, of course, for the player from Hungary. Of course, that made it. The player from Hungary, the green one. Okay, the first one, yes, because he has already some swamp piece. Okay, very quick this decision of this piece. Of course, this one. Now, what to do? Will be the American player block already one of the pieces? Yes, he's going to block. So he is the first. No, he's not the first player already made it. The player from Hungary also already have his 4 spaces of the Central Kingdom already occupied. Okay. Now the forest, very important for the player from Emirates. He has a lot of forests, so very, very important. Let's see if he's able to do it. So second game of this World Championship, we will have 3 games. So these players, the winner of this game is it will be probably one of the players that have still possibility to fight for the world title. Don't forget that all these players doesn't win the first game. So let's see. In this way, it's more stressful. Okay, of course, the forest tile is important. Now it's the American player over there. Very interesting. The player from United States. He doesn't have. If you see, very curious thing. He just have crowns from the other terrains, that not the forest, not the cornfield, not the lake, just the mines and the swamp, and also the field, the green field. Okay, now it's the Emirates. Oh, he still have, probably is going to choose the forest. Yes, of course, it's made all the sense. And now Ricardo needs to take but that piece. Okay, probably Ricardo will need to sacrifice one of that places over there, because he needs to have the lake in the next round, and to win at least 2 points he needs to put it over there on the top. There are just only 3 more pieces to finish until the moment. So now the American player, he has only one possibility over here, and what to choose after. Probably he's going to choose one of the mines, for sure one of the mines. There is no much more possibilities for that. But if he made it, very important here is going to be, if you see the kingdom of the player, he just has very few spaces. Of course he made it, but he's going to be it could be blocked with the cornfield and also the mine if there is no more pieces, or at least if there is still a piece with lake, probably could put it over here. Now it's the Ricardo, probably is going to put on the top. Let's see, or no, attention, he has yes, he has a forest. He's going for the forest, almost for sure. We believe it. He's going to the forest. Yes, of course, makes sense. Very important. But he still has possibility to put it in different places. Now it's time for the Hungarian player to put also the forest. It's over there in the top, of course. There is no doubt about it. And probably he's going to choose the pieces with the mine. Let's see. Let's see if that will happen. The second game, so we are almost until the we are almost at the end of the second game, and so we are going to see after the results to see what happens for the last game of this tournament. Of course, now it's time for the Emirates player, and we have just the last 2 pieces. So very important now, the decisions to make. For example, the player here that you can now see over here the possibilities. Okay, so the player from Okay, here the player from Emirates decided that piece over there. Until the moment, there is very few differences with the points. Okay, what Ricardo are going to do? Probably is going to use, very interesting for them, this choice. Probably Ricardo, for example, is going to choose to put this piece over here, and then over here with this piece he can win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, but with this piece over here you can win probably 8 points exactly. So probably he's going to choose after this one. Let's see if that will happen or not. But so the players need to see what is the best solution in a way to win more points, of course. So let's see what happens. Maybe it's a possibility, of course. We are just predicting the actions of players. Then we'll have the player from Hungary. He has a big hilo, so he have, of course, he's going to put, for example, this player, the Hungarian player is going to put this piece over here, of course. So what? Just put. So he's going to use this piece over here, of course, and then he needs to choose, and probably he will choose this one of these. Doesn't matter, because he can win one more crown for the lake. Of course, one of these is going to choose it. Okay, so Ricardo decides to take that piece over there. So he doesn't take the yellow piece. Interesting. Probably to block some player. Let's see. Yes, probably to block some. No, not to block. It's he's not going to block it. He can have it, of course. So he's going to put that piece over there. Still, even if he doesn't win any points, but it's okay. So now it's Ricardo. Okay, can have more 5 points. Now it's a green player. And finally the player from Emirates. Very thin difference between here the players. So let's see what happens. We are almost finishing. So it's this player from Emirates is going to put the last piece. So there is only one place to put it. So okay, so let's make the count and to see what will happen during this game. So for Ricardo, 62 points. For the Hungarian player, 62 points. Attention, equality for these two players. So now for the player from Emirates, he has 58, incredible. And finally for the American player, 66. So it's the player from United States that have won this second game. Congrats for United States for this game. Just to look very interesting. It is a game where the players have really account all the points. For this player, it was important to have these two lands here. So he made the possibility to have these at least three terrains to have points. So it was very important for this player for this game. Congrats. So let's see about the tournament. If already exactly. So the three games have already been played. So in this moment, Italy is in first place, has 12 points. Then we have France with 10 points, and then we have Taiwan and Canada with 8 points. So as you can see over here, we'll have for the winner 6 points. So let's see, probably the winner it will be one of these two players or the Italian player. Let's see again. We think we are saying yes, exactly. So John Camplani, Frank's Ital. So it's the player that has most points until the moment. And the second player, it's the French player. So France, Italy, but they are in different tables. So let's see what happens, because this game for the Italian player, it will be important. So we are going to see now the game It's also the game where is the Portuguese player, so it will be interesting to see. So let's see here the game, of course. So final game, and from here, if we are not in mistake, so for the Italian player, if you want, you will be the new world champion of KINGDOMINO. If not, we need to look at the results from the second player, from the French player. He's also in a good position to win this competition. So now they are. It's a moment of choice, of course. So we have here Portugal, we have Belgium, we have Italy and Chile. So now it's the final game. So we have already almost 1 hour of gameplay, and we are close to the end. Okay, so the players made their first choices. But it's important one thing: if the Italian player doesn't be the first or the second one, that will give also a possibility that the French player Olivier also wins, depending of course the result of his game. For now. So now it's time for the French player to choose. Okay, so next round we'll have just a piece of forest with a crown. Now it's the Italian player. Attention that the Italian player have won the first 2 games. Okay, he decided to continue in the top. So the Italian player it's playing blue one. So it's this corner here, Italy. So let's here make something to be. Okay. Now the Chile player needs to take the last one. So now it's the Belgium first. Belgium is playing over here. It's the green one. Some difficulty for now. Okay, to have some more points, of course. Now the Italian player, he has just yellow. Probably he's going to choose the second piece. Let's see if we are right or not. Until now, all the time of play have been easy for all players, so 7 minutes and a half, it's okay for all players to play this game. Okay, now Ricardo. Okay, the last piece, and finally the player from Chile needs to have the first piece over there. Needs to use also, not so much interesting, needs to use also a new space from the central field. Interesting, for example, maybe this could be a very important notion about the strategy of players. For example, the Italian player is a strong player, he have already won 2, and if we see he start to make a cross, and 3 of the parts of his game board is already occupied, so very interesting to try to understand what is the strategy of this Italian player. Attention, if Italy wins, Italy is the world champion. So now Chile was first to choose, is the first to choose, of course. Chile is over here. Okay, probably one of the last 2 pieces, probably, unless there is another strategy. very, very interesting. For example, we are already imagining what he's going to do. Okay, okay. So now it is not so good for the Italian player. But let's see. Probably the player is going to put, we are not sure of course, but it's a possibility that he could. Okay, now decide to go this way. Interesting, interesting. Now it's the Portuguese player, so it's Ricardo now. Okay, he has already the fight. So for example, imagine next one, just forests. So there is just forest and just one piece with a crown. Probably, well, probably we're not sure. So let's see what. Okay, so the Italian player, even if we just have a piece with a crown, but it's the last one, so it's not really probably for him interesting. He prefers to choose another piece and try to be at the end, at the next round, the first to choose and have more possibilities to grow up his kingdoms. Now it's time for Ricardo. Yes, here his kingdom down. Attention, for example, Ricardo has already the top of this kingdom, if you want of course to have the middle kingdom. He has already the top of his kingdom already occupied, so you will need to go up to down. You need to choose it, what to do. Especially it makes sense to take this piece over here. We are speaking about players with a lot of experience in this game, but probably, we are not sure, but probably some of them with more experience in a game with just 2 players, not 4 players. And as we have already told, that changed a little bit the game and also the strategy of players, because they cannot control all the decisions of the other players, of course. So now it's the player from Chile. He decided he has a crown. Probably he's going to put over here and probably choose the last one. Let's see, at least to win some more points. Yes, okay, yeah, makes sense, of course. Now the player from Belgium. Okay. And the Italian player, as we have already told, so he have possibility to choose. So what to choose? He probably is going to choose one of these 2 pieces over here, probably. Exactly, makes all sense, and probably after he's going to put it over here also, and in this way he can win points with both. Now it's time for Ricardo. So Ricardo has, he needs to connect, of course, that with that forest part over here, and probably we are not sure of course, but he's going to choose, well, we don't know, because this piece, it will be the first one, I believe, for sure 4 points. Let's see if that thing is important for Ricardo or not. Of course, but that also could give more points in other rounds. So there is decisions to make. We are here in it's a challenge to be the winner of the World Championship. Is promoted by House. So it's the international editor from this incredible game from Bruno Cathala, and this is the 2nd edition of the World Championship. We have already had an edition in the 2020. It was won by the Polish player, but it was in presence. Now we have here an online competition, and we'll have for sure a new winner. So 12 players from all over the world, from Taiwan to Chile, from also different countries in Europe, from Emirates. So very spread a little bit about around the world, as also the game is a game known all over the world. So it's the Belgian player now, and finally the player, of course, is going to put it over here and have the final piece. So now Belgium choose first. Interesting now, attention, we have Also a crown in the cornfield, we have in the forest. Probably, for example, for Ricardo, this piece could be interesting. Probably. Okay, so the Belgian player decides to be the first one to choose. At this moment, we have Ricardo has a little bit more points, especially because of this piece over here. Okay, and Ricardo is going to choose the third one for sure. We believe it. So the players will keep the same position where they were before. So let's see. Very stressed, of course. So now we have the Belgian player will be the first one. Of course, he's going to lose this land here because he has no connection over there. Probably he's going to put over here. But what could be more important? Probably this one. Probably this one. Let's see. No. Okay, he decides to have this one. Probably to have 2 points. Okay, but not to be the last one to choose. So now, don't forget, Italian player is the player that is fighting for be the winner. So very important is this decision here. Okay, he decides to be the first one. He's going to win 6 points with that. And after, he still has the possibility to next round to choose. For example, just to see how many cornfields crowns we have already. I think we have 5, but over here we just have 2. As you can see, 1, 2. It means we still have 3 crowns, and also from the forests we have 6 if we don't have doubt. So we have 6 from the forest and 5 from the cornfields, exactly. So there is still 1, exactly. So very interesting because for example for the Italian player that is in the top at the moment, he's going to be the first one to choose, and in the next rounds he still have possibility to have more crowns for forests and more crowns for the cornfield. So let's see. So now he's a Portuguese player, of course that makes all sense. So for example Ricardo in this round is really trying to compete for the plan. So and now, so let's see. Okay, let's see what is it's most valuable for the Italian player. So this is a very important decision. What to choose? Choose the crown with the corn. It gives him at least 5 points, and is his second to choose next round. Or try to choose this one. Will multiply all the land that he has already here and gives him the possibility to win more points with forest, but at the same point doesn't win points at the moment with the cornfield. So very important decision for the Italian player. He's going to calculate probably the probability to have more points. For him it's important to be the first one or the second one. If you are not sure, he can be the winner, but depends also the result of the French player in the other game. So he needs to choose now. Very important decision now. We just have more 4 dominoes to finish this game. We have already, and we have these 2 that we are going to see, and then there are 2 more rounds. So very important decisions. After that we will have the Belgian player that for whom it will be interesting to have, for example, the cornfield or even this piece over here. No, probably this one. He's going to try to have probably more points with this one. Let's see if the Belgian player will make it. So now it's time for Italian player to calculate all the possibilities. How many pieces still is missing for finish these kingdoms? And until the moment we have seen that the players try to always close their kingdom in a way. Usually they have made it. We just saw one game that the player couldn't put the last piece. So the Italian players is still thinking. Stressful, of course. The moment of truth is close. So what he's going to do, so this Italian player, Italy, thinking, okay, and he's going for the first one. Okay, decides to go to the first one. You also probably pause here the thing where to put the first piece, because he needs to occupy one of the spaces. So the Belgian player decides to use the last one, of course, to have in after more points. Now it's time for the Chile player. He's going over here. He's going to put almost for sure he's going to put over here in this part, and then choose the first one. Well, we think no, or this one. Let's see what the player will do. For example, knowing well the pieces, it's important for players. For example, imagine this situation over here, that we have this player that has this piece. What is the best position to put it? We think that probably it will be here, but because this will be an extreme of the kingdom, if there is still pieces for this part over here, probably it will be important for player to decide where to put. Of course, he has here two possibilities, but sometimes he just have one, so he needs to see if it's best to put over here or over here, for example. That decision depends on how many pieces still are missing to close the game. So now it's the Chile player. They're just with these two pieces. We are going to very close to the end. So the Italian player has only, we can just look at it. So the Italian player has only three kind of kingdoms, but he's going to have points with these two at least, and also with this. Okay, decides to choose the last one. And finally, we have Ricardo. Probably he's going to take there, of course. Okay, he can win some points over here. Okay, Ricardo, let's go. He has 44 points until now. So let's go, Ricardo. Let's see what happens. Now it's the Chile player first. So very, very important decision. Now, very important decision, for example, for the Italian player. What to do also, because if of course the player from Chile, yes, here is his board. For him, what he's going to do? Probably he's going to take that one, but that one will give him points. So we are in doubt. Probably he's going to choose this one. Let's see. Probably. And in this game, it was interesting to see that some of the pieces, some of the valuable pieces appear usually in the middle. Usually. So now it's Chile player. So now the players are spending much more time. If you can see the time of each player in the right. So now it's time for the Chile player. What to do? Of course, this piece is going to be put over here. That make all the sense. But after that, with that, for example, with piece, he can have more points with the yellow ones. No, but he decide that one in a way to have here more points. Okay. So now the Italian player, what to do? Of course, this piece it will be put over here, almost for sure. We believe it. And after that, what to do? Or multiply with the forests, or have more points with the cornfields. So very interesting decision to do. Okay, decides to have a big amount of forest in the kingdom. So now it's time for Ricardo. Okay, Ricardo also try to have, at least we'll have more points over there. And finally we are closing the game. Now we'll have the player from Belgium. Of course, he's going to put over here. Probably he's going to put it this way, and then next domino is going to put it over here. Even if he doesn't win much points, yes, he can do it. And finally, so Okay, very important now. Attention, we are the final points. So for sure, the German player will, the Belgian player will take the core. Of course, makes all sense. And for Ricardo, for sure, is going to take the last one. There is no doubt about it. We believe it. And it's very good for Ricardo. Very good. Very good for Ricardo, that piece. Very, very interesting. Okay, now the final pieces. It's easy to play. There is no more things to do. Okay, all the players, if you are not in doubt, have the possibility to make the five parts. Let's see. At least you can win more points with that. Okay, so we finish it. So let's see the final results. For Ricardo, he has 74 points, more points in the last round. So for the Belgian player, 53, not so many. Then the Italian player, wow, he has 52 just with that. Amazing, 78 points. Is the winner, almost for sure. And we have, exactly, we have the Italian player, great player, John, from, let's see exactly what is his name. So it's John Andrew Camplani, Francie Town. He has really, is the winner of this competition. Congrats, John, for this winning. Let's see again the final results, but there is no way to be differently, because we have already all the results. And the Italian player proved that he's the best KINGDOMINO player of the world in this big competition. So he has won all the games. So 3 games, 3 victories. Then we have in second place 3 players, the players from India, from Taiwan, and from France, also with 12 points. And then we have the games from the player from Russia and from Portugal with 10 points. So congrats also Ricardo for these results. It was interesting, at least competing with the best players in the world. A 6th place in 12 players, so in the middle of the players over here. So congrats. And also for the Italian player, and for Blue Orange also, really thanks for this opportunity to try to make it here streaming of this final, and for all players that have participated in this tournament. So just revealing again the prizes. So all these players that have played have received 1 year of subscription of BGA, but for John, he's going to win, of course, a trophy for the World Championship. It was very interesting if we have a crown as a kingdom, and also you're going to win 2 SM passes to go to Hastin next October. Hope we can see you there, John. A poster also from Cyril Bouquet, and the games from Blue Orange and some goodies. So congrats for this player, and also for everyone that is watching. Really thanks for this opportunity, and hope to be next to you in another year. Really thanks, and all the best.